And hello all, Mr. Callan here to help you with today's lesson for November 15. First, why don't you go ahead and pause the video, find the mistake from this problem, pause, come back when you're ready. So I hope you noticed a couple things. First of all, I'm a big guy of ones. Put a 1 right here. That's not a problem. Get rid of 1x by subtracting 1x. Were we fair to both sides? Yes, we were fair to both sides, thus keeping the equivalency. I wonder how many of you noticed that the negative was not brought down with the 3. Now, is that a big deal? Where it sure looks like it. Because now, the opposite of a negative becomes a positive slope. The opposite of a negative becomes a positive y-intercept. And so we have quite a different linear relationship when you remember that negative symbol. Please be careful with your negative signs. Hey, a reminder, we got an assignment, both the weekly review assignment as well as the Khan Academy assignments due on Monday. Goal for today, graphing a linear equation, whether it is written in slope-intercept form or standard form. Now, we've talked about standard form where both the x and the y terms are together and on one side. We've also gone through how to solve for a variable. Think about if you want to solve for y, that means you have to get rid of the 4 and get rid of the 2x. Just as you saw in the previous problem, you could get rid of the x term first if you wish. Noticing those are not like terms. Inverse of multiply is divide, being fair to everything. And I will choose to reduce the quantity. I think that makes for a nicer slope. And the y-intercept is going to be a positive in this case. Now you could go ahead. Remembering, please, when it comes to negative slopes, I've identified, and we've talked about this, which one doesn't fit. Whatever you do, do not go down and left, because the opposite of a negative is actually a positive slope. So you may go down 1 and right 2, down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2. You may go up 1 and left 2, up 1 and left 2. That is going to make a negative slope. All right, when you're ready, go on to the activity that's also listed in Canvas. It's not going to look like this, that's the teacher screen, but it will be called Graphing Lines Practice. And it'll look like this with a big easy button. Now I'm going to go through a couple problems here with you, and then you can pause the video and continue working on your own. Firstly, please recall, we've often determined the slope to be, defined slope to be the rise versus the run. I like to say the vertical change, up or down, versus the horizontal change, left or right. Now that b term at the end, the term without the x, is going to be the y-intercept. And it even gives you the steps there to graph. Plot the y-intercept point, use the rise and the run, the vertical change and the horizontal change to find more points. It says single point. We know we should do more points. And then draw a line through those. So go ahead, pause the video if you want to, and then come back when you're ready. Please note that when you type this in, it's important to type in the -3. Smiley face will come up. For the rise, they don't want 1/4. They just want you to say, hey, it goes up 1. I don't think you even need to write the plus. You can just write the 1. Be careful if it is a negative slope. Then you would really need to write a -1/4. But for now, we have a positive and a positive for the rise and the run. Hey, a couple other things to point out. It's going to continue through those. It's going to ask you to graph those. We've done this before where you say, all right, so we start at -3, and then we're going to rise up 2 and run to the right 5, and you can press check from there. If you do the opposite direction and press check it, you'll notice that is graphing a negative slope. So you can go through a couple of those. Let me pause right here where I see y equals -5. I'm going to do a problem similar. Let's say mine is y equals 4. You can see how yours is similar. You can see how yours is different. But first, can I just point out, oh, wait a second. If I were to rewrite this, how many x's do you see? And the answer is, well, Mr. Callan, you don't see any x's. Okay, then go ahead and write the fact that you see 0 x's and then a +4. Why is that helpful? Well, if you look at my particular problem, I have a y-intercept at 4, and then my slope increases 0 as it goes vertical change of 0 and the horizontal change of positive 1 to the right. And then I'm going to go up 0 and right 1 again, up 0 and right 1 again. Shoot, I could go down 0 and left 1, down 0 and left 1. And notice what kind of line this makes. It is a horizontal line. If you were to look at any of those ordered pairs, any of them, here I see negative 3, 4, here I see 0, 4, here I see positive 3, 4, here I see 6, 6, 4. Try that again. And naturally, one of the first things that you're going to notice, I hope, is that for each individual ordered pair, the y-coordinate is always 4. Of course it is, because mine says y equals 4. Again, if that helps you, write in the slope of 0, use that slope to find additional points going in both directions, and then graph the line. So I wanted to help you out with that one, and then you're going to start noticing, wait a second, what if it doesn't say y equals? They have a little video for you to watch, similar to what I've done earlier, helping you through some more. And then I'm going to pop you all the way to number 17, where it's going to show you some funky stuff. Look at that, a of t is equal to negative 1/2 t plus 19. So pretend this isn't here. A of t equals negative 1/2 t plus 19. Now we're going to learn this in the coming weeks, but for now, why don't you just replace that with one variable and call it a, the amount of snow. So just like we had y equals negative 1/2 x plus 19, they have a amount is equal to negative 1/2 times t time plus 19. Now go ahead, use your y-intercept, use your slope to graph that out. All right, folks, when you're finished, there will be an exit ticket to complete. I'll be checking this for a grade, and that's it for this video. Take care, do well, let's grow.